Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you all? Hope you will be fine. Welcome again, another week of online classes. And today we will discuss about structure of molecules, and the topic is ionic bonding. Let's start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, types of chemical bond, and here is a short question. What are bonding electrons? The valence electrons which are involved in chemical bonding are termed as bonding electrons. And as you know that all the atoms in the previous we discussed about why atoms react, why do react. All the atoms react with each other and to stable themselves, to gain stability. That's why which electrons are involved in bonding? Only valence shell electrons are involved in chemical bonding because inner shells are completely filled. Only incomplete and valence shell electrons participate in chemical bonding, in which their valence shell maybe they react with other atom, maybe they share electrons, and they react with other atom by sharing electrons, by gaining and losing electron. There are the three ways in which atom react with other atom. So the electrons which are involved in bonding is called bonding electrons, and the electrons which are not involved in bonding, obviously they will called non-bonding electrons. They usually reside in the complete or partially filled outermost shell of an atom, depending upon the way how these valence electrons are involved in bonding. The result in following four types of chemical bonds. There are four types of chemical bonds. Ionic bond, which is formed by ions, and it is occur in ionic compound. Covalent bond, and a covalent bond be found between covalent compounds, and it is because of sharing of electrons. When the atoms share their outer shell electrons with other atoms, they will form covalent bond, which will be results in formation of covalent compound. And dative covalent or coordinate covalent bond is the type of the bond in which one electron donate electron to an other atom. And in the metallic bond, it is the special type of bonding which occurs between the atoms in metals. In the metals elements, there is a, because we know that an element, metal element, will be made up of same type of atoms, and there is the special type of bonding which occur between the atoms of the metals, which is called metallic bond. So next today we will discuss about ionic bond, which is the first one. And here it is the introduction about bonding electrons and non-bonding electrons. Here it is the example of ammonia, in which nitrogen have atomic number 7. It has 5 electron in its outer shell, and that's why it will share 3 electron with hydrogen atom, and 2 electrons will be left and will remain as a lone pair and also called non-bonding electron. The electrons which are present in the valence shell but do not take part in chemical reaction are called non-bonding electrons. In sharing or gaining or losing of electron, and they remain intact as it, will be called non-bonding electrons. But the electrons which are present in the valence shell, they share and they form bond with other atoms, will called bonding electrons. Simply, the electrons which participate in bonding are called bonding electrons in the valence shell, and in the valence shell which electrons do not participate in chemical bonding will called non-bonding electrons, and the special name is lone pair. Next, here it is ammonia, in which ammonia nitrogen has 2 lone pair, and similarly with ozone, oxygen atom, oxygen has 8 electrons, and its outer shell contains 6 electrons. That's why only 2 electrons are participating with the other atoms, and the two lone pairs are available on oxygen atom. So there are two bonding pair in ozone, in oxygen atom, and there will be two lone pair. Next, heading long question 1. Ionic bond, which is starting from here, and first heading is the definition. You have to write first definition, then example, then explanation, and have a definition is starting from here. This type of chemical bond which is formed due to the complete transfer of electron from one atom to another atom is called ionic bond. In ionic bond, complete transfer of electron takes place in which one atom will lose electron and another will accept electron. And the atom which will lose electron will call metal, and the atoms which accept electrons will call non-metal. So ionic bond is basically formed between metals and non-metals. And here is the explanation. The elements of group 1 and 2 being metals have the tendency to lose their valence shell electrons, forming positively charged ions, whereas metals of group 15 to 17 have the tendency to gain or accept electron. They are electron-active elements with high electron affinities. If atom belongs to these two different groups, metal and non-metals are allowed to react. Chemical bond is formed. So, the chemical bond which is formed between metals and non-metal will be called ionic bond, and because it results in the formation of ions, and these ions when attract with each other and opposite ions, there is also force of attraction occur between the opposite charges. So opposite ions having positive metal will gain positive charge by losing electron, and chlorine will gain electron and form negative chloride ion, and positive and for chlorine. That's why it will result in the formation of a bond which is called ionic bond, and there will be strong force of attraction between the sodium and chlorine ions due to opposite charges, and that's why they have high melting and boiling point, and it has more force of attraction and more strong bonding than covalent bonding, coordinate covalent bonding, and other types of bonding. Ionic bonding has more strength and more strong. So here it is the formation of the sodium chloride. First of all, next example is the formation of NaCl is good example of this type of bond. To Na plus Cl in gaseous form, sodium in solid form, chlorine in gaseous form. When they react with each other, they will form sodium chloride. Now, second heading, main heading, formation of ionic bond between sodium and chlorine atom, which is starting from here. Sodium chloride is a simple compound formed by sodium Z11. Sodium has atomic number 11. Z is represent to atomic number or proton number, and chlorine has atomic number 17. It means it has 17 proton and 17 electron. The ground state electronic configuration of this element is shown below. What is the ground state electronic configuration? The ground state electronic configuration is the state in which atoms do not react, and before the reaction the state of an atom is called ground state, and after that when they react with each other it will convert into the excited state. So ground state electronic configuration in which the atom without reaction and individual atom have electronic configuration is here: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Because sodium belongs to first group, it has one electron in its outer shell, and that's why similarly with chlorine you can see here that first main shell 1s2 contain 2 electrons, second main shell 2s2 and 2p6 contain 8 electrons, and last shell contain third shell 3s2 and 3p5. Here it is 7 electrons are present in the outer shell of the chlorine, and it also belongs to 7th group halogens, and that's why it also has 7 electrons. You can see here that, and sodium atoms you can also see electronic configuration. In the first shell it has 2 electrons, second it has 8 electrons, and the last shell contain 1 electron. Similarly chlorine atom has 2, 8 and 7 electrons. So because the sodium has only one electron, it will prefer to lose electron, and it will also matter, that's why it will gain positive charge. And after losing one electron from the outermost shell, you can see here the inner shell is complete, will be complete, and the inner shell become outer shell. Again I am saying that when sodium lose one electron from the outer shell, its outer shell will finish and will vanish, and the inner shell become outer shell. And inner shell, you can see here, that has 8 electron, 2 to 4 to 5 and 6. Now the inner shell becomes outer shell by losing electron, and it will become stable. On the other hand, chlorine will gain electron in its outer shell, and you can count here, it also have 8 electron by gaining 1 electron from the sodium, and it also becomes stable. And this is the reason why they react with each other, and why they lose or gain electron, because they want to become stable. And after losing or gaining electron, they will form a bond which we will call ionic bond. And combinedly, sodium ion is a cation, and chloride ion which gain electron will call anion, and both will combine with each other to form sodium chloride. And this is the whole chemistry involved in the chemical bonding and ionic bonding of sodium and chlorine. Here it is the further explanation. The frames, these are the frames, sodium and chlorine. Frames indicates electrons in the valence shell of these elements. Sodium has only 1 electron and chlorine has 7 electron. Sodium being electropositive element has a tendency to lose electron. Chlorine being an electronegative element has a tendency to gain electron. Therefore, they form positive and negative ions by losing or gaining electron. And I have already explained that sodium lose electron, and its electronic configuration becomes, because it has 11 electron, by losing 1 electron, the remaining electron will be 10. And the 10 electronic configuration is equal to neon, which is the noble gas. So they attain noble gas electronic configuration by losing 1 electron, and it also becomes stable. Similarly, chlorine have 7 electron, as you can see here. When we add 1 electron and it gain electron from the sodium, it will have 18 electron. Its outer shell has been completed because it contains 8 electron, and total number of electron will be 18 after accepting electron from the sodium. So 18 electronic configuration equal to argon. Argon is also a noble gas. That's why by gaining electron, chlorine will be equal to argon, which is the noble gas and more stable. And that's why sodium and chlorine will gain stability by completing their octet by losing or gaining electron. So next heading is formation of sodium and chloride ions. And last paragraph heading is important note. So by losing 1 electron from the outermost shell, sodium becomes sodium ion, and it is left with 8 electron in the second shell, which will now become the valence shell. After losing 1 electron from the valence shell will be finished and vanish. And now the inner shell and the second last shell will become last shell and outer shell, and that's why and outer shell will have 8 electrons, and it becomes stable. In this way it becomes stable. By gaining 1 electron, chlorine atom now also has 8 electrons in its outer shell and becomes chloride ion. Both of these atoms are now changed into oppositely charged ions. They stabilize themselves by combining with each other due to the electrostatic force of attraction between them. We know that electrostatic force of attraction is the force of attraction which occurs between the charges, between the positive and negative charges, and sodium and chlorine, that's why have strong bonding as compared to other types of bonding which occur between the atoms. It is important note. It is to be noted that only valence shell electron take part in this type of bonding, while the other electrons are not involved in such type of reaction. It is usually given out. The compounds formed due to this type of bonding are called ionic bond compound. Listen, girls. because both become stable, and after gaining stability they will go into the lower energy state. And because number of shell, uh, because they gain stability, that's why they will go to maximum in their lowest energy level. So that's why they attain stability, and this is the reason reaction heat is given out. In this reaction heat is given out, and it is there are two types of reaction, endothermic and exothermic. In this reaction the reaction in which the energy is given is called endothermic, and in which reaction energy is given, heat is given out, is called exothermic reaction. So this type of reaction is also exothermic reaction, because they gain stability and the force of attraction exists between them. So it's our today's lecture. Next we will discuss about types of covalent bond and coordinate covalent bond. Till then, Allah Hafiz.